Next, we're going to check out Mira HQ. Okay. So we'll start in Mira HQ here. So decontam up to reactor and lab. That is the one where the vent is bugged. Whether it's actually bugged or, again, whether they're just hitting their E's at the wrong time. Hard to say, guys. But we're going to start here off in the cafeteria. So when you're in the cafeteria, there are a lot of tasks. I'm just going to quickly set these tasks up. So we will go check out some tasks. And we've got a whole bunch of fun tasks here. Medbay is only 2, okay. So on this ship, there are quite a few tasks. Actually, it looks like there may not be as many tasks as there was on the Skeld. So let's start here. Let's go here. So we're looking for one that has a heart. It looks like I guess a peach and a drink can. So we're gonna go C1 and we're gonna submit. Usually pretty straightforward for that. That is about a 5 to 7 second task. We'll go here. It's another trash one. We're gonna hold it down. We're completed. Done. Okay, so very quick one there as well. From the cafeteria, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way down to the balcony. This is actually a very common scouting place for a lot of the higher tier players, but also a very common kill place for entry level players because they think they're safe, right? You can think you can come in here, because if you go outside the door here and coming down, you don't have that good vision at one of the tasks here. It is somewhere where you can go in, you can go here, and if you scale down, those doors don't open. You can go here. Doors don't open, free access to the vent, gives you an opportunity for an escape. If you come too close, door cracks open, door closes. If somebody happens to be coming out of storage and sees that, they can kind of see if somebody's going to vent. So again, this is a higher risk, but it can be a high reward, because if they've already done their tasks here and somebody's dead down here, that could be a very low visibility position. It may also allow for opportunities for double kills or for stacked kills. So we're gonna go for the single snipes. So nothing like some little first person fun. I've seen people straight up just spam their mouse, but honestly it's just 20 clicks for doing this quickly anyway, so not such a bad one. Usually between 7 to 10 seconds for that. Again, I have seen people fake that simply because it is such a long timer compared to some of the other tasks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seconds to go here. Again, if you do see those people doing those 2 to 3 seconds, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're already off of it. Nice fake, guy. That's your suspicion right then and there. All right? Paying attention to those little cues, super important to understand the complexity of timing, but also the meta behind the gaming. We're going to go up into storage. This is where you grab the watering can. What's up, dummy 2? You got to find the watering can. So help me with this. Boom. I clicked the Windex bottle. All right, so we have the watering can. Watering can will lead up into the greenhouse. So we're gonna take this now. We're gonna move up, and let's start at the top right of the map. So as you come through cafeteria, we have what's called the Bermuda Triangle. This is where the pros like to stand to kind of determine and get into their heads. How's everybody moving? Which direction is everybody going? Bottom left, obviously, going into all the major areas like communications, med bay, and then up through decontam to reactor. So you'll see a large flood of people go down when reactor gets called. Going straight up goes to greenhouse, office, and admin, which is where oxygen is going to be. And then you have the comm lines down towards the bottom left. Bottom right is going to be where the just for storage cafeteria balcony going to be. So a lot of people looking for those suspicious movements when there's an emergency called. When they're all alone, they're going to see how many people go down and to the left to actually go do the task if it's going to be a reactor, or up if it's going to be, I believe, other lights or oxygen, I think. And then bottom right is you're guilty. so if reactor's called and you see my guy going like this, You are number one the suspected person on my radar, man. I'm telling you. There's a very low chance that in an emergency situation you're gonna run the hell away from it and you're innocent. I've heard the argument was, I suspected somebody else. Listen, I get that. I totally do. I would do the same thing because I want to know if something's happening behind the scenes. But the odds of you getting to that if something suspicious has already happened and that person not venting out of there, kind of kind of suspicious at that point. Then they're going to ask, okay, well, who was at reactor, who was in decontamination, because everyone else hopefully is paying attention to the colors they're with, and then people will start to list names off, and then you go from there. But then there's always that person that says, no, guys, I was literally right down here by locker room. And you see kind of where that goes. So let's head up towards the northern side of the right side of the map. So we're going to do here, this is where you pull your card out, 318191, so 31891. Just quickly pop that out. It's going to be completed on that side. We're going to go here. This is, again, just dragging stuff. I didn't go all the way. So just dragging the ship over. We've got only one task in the bottom here. This is going to be diverting the shields. And again, you just want to kind of get the right angles to try and keep you in visibility range. Going here makes sense. Dummy 6 is jailbait at this point in time. Just kind of chilling there. Way out of the vision of other people. We're going to head to offices. So if we head to office here, we're going to go to the computer, and this looks like a downloadable or uploadable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-second task. There's your solid clear. There's your softer clear even, or your soft suspicion. So guy comes up here, goes to computer. You see it go like this. You see him dip after 3 or 4 seconds. There's your number one suspicion right there. All right. So we're gonna head up here. We're gonna go greenhouse. Now that we have this watering can, we're gonna be able to interact with these plants. We're just gonna click done. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2-second task once you have the water jug. So again, we're gonna clean out the filters here. This is simply just dragging everything over, and then you can just push them in. Very quick task, usually about 3 to 5 seconds, depending on the distribution of the leaves. You're gonna check here, and we're done on the right side of the map. So once we come down south, obviously, movement patterns will change depending on how suspicious you are of certain people up there. Now that all of the tasks are on the left side of the map. So this is where people tend to get called out the most is, where are your tasks? Oh, well, all of my tasks are on the left side of the map. If you're over here on the right side of the map, guys, if you're just chilling in this area here and you just said that your tasks are done on the right side, or people were watching you do tasks on the right side, now it's the third round in a row you're just hanging around the right side. Here's a little imposter 101. Don't get caught doing the exact same thing to get the exact same kills in the exact same areas, okay? You want to draw instant suspicion to you and instant vote off? Congratulations, that's the way to do it. You need to be diversifying your kills, you need to be diversifying your movements, because if you're in the same area, you've only had, generally in those lobbies, you only have about 8 tasks, 8 or 9, 8 to 10 tasks to complete, and you're telling me all of them were in the cafeteria, balcony, and storage. I'm sorry. You're looking to snipe kills, and you are super, super obvious about it. And at that point, you're definitely going to be cannon fodder. Okay. So now we're going to head down through the hallway here to med bay, and again we have our hard clear. So we're just going to use this. They see the scan. They see I'm scanning. That means I'm not an imposter. So that is going to be the easiest way to figure everything out there. Alright, so got our scan in, clearly not an imposter. Generally, like I said, you want to be with somebody else, hopefully not the killer. You want to be with somebody else to do these scans, definitely prove your innocence. Unfortunately, the killer also has an alibi. Usually getting a kill on medbay, just simply saying I didn't see them in medbay, or traveling down through the vent. So this does allow to have people go like, oh, like you must have seen their dead body. Well, I think vision is actually limited to this area here. So death on the platform would require you to come to the door in this range here. So let's travel to the southwest part of the map to the launch pad. This is also the main spawn for the map. And this is actually where you'll see some initial snipes happening, because once you finish your 2 tasks here, you have no reason to come back here. So if you don't do your 2 tasks here at the very start, you are going to be absolutely ripped apart because the vent does connect to a place where they can just drop down, come check on you to see if anybody's straggling behind or forgot to do their task and are trying to get them done now. Sniped. And nobody's going to come that way. Nobody. I've seen 1 or 2 players after the second round even bother coming out this way. So the number one question is going to be, where's the body, where's the body, where's the body? No one's going to have an answer. That's just how it works. Alright, so we're going to refuel, 2, 3, 4, 5. Task completed. We're going to go over here. We're going to begin diagnostics. Hit the space bar. 99%. So this is going to be something here. 90 seconds, guys. 90 seconds you have to do other tasks. So what are you going to do? You're going to start this right out the gate. You're going to make sure you're getting that going. And then you're going to try and partner up with somebody, even saying in the chat at the end, like, hey, guys, let's go grab, does anyone else have diagnostics test? Okay, let's go do it. Imposters can be like, hell yeah, I do! And then you're dead. But that also kind of brings out the whole, hey, didn't you say you were going to go do that with them and you had the task? So you've got that suspicion with your side. So kind of an interesting kill if they decide to go for it there. But again, if you're a free kill, you're a free kill. And if it gives them an opportunity to get a double kill, or even prevent people from calling an emergency meeting. So now I'm going to watch to see if anyone's following me. Nobody's following me. Let's come up. Let's go up. And we've got 2 tasks to the right, 3 tasks to the left. So let's start on the left side here. Okay. We're going to go here, and we're going to play Simon Says. By far the most frustrating game here because you're basically at the mercy of anyone who just wants to slit your throat here. Not a great experience. And I've seen people push their buttons too fast and completely ruin it up. So we'll get our 5 buttons, and we'll continue on to the next phase here. Again, we're just going to be counting 210. Nothing too bad here. Get that done. Depending on how your brain processes things, that could be a while. I'm assuming I'm going to have to do this 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. That means I'm going to have 8 more exclamation points around the map. One of them literally does divert to the top right lab here. So we're just going to quickly click that. That's done. We're going to make the crystal. I've seen a lot of people struggle with this, so now you kind of pay attention, right? So that does not go there. That goes there. You're going to look for something with a flat edge there, 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 and top. That one I have seen take people a certain amount of time. Trying to do a soft clear on the crystal is challenging because some people may not interpret the shapes as effectively. I've seen that take 4 seconds. I've seen it take 10 seconds. So that's a very difficult one to try and do a clear on. One thing to really pay attention to here is this panel. If you go down, you're in a bad place, especially if you're with even one imposter here, because the chance of somebody coming out, just doing a quick peek like this as an imposter and seeing you doing something, if there's nobody else up here, and nobody saw that person come up here, which again is actually quite rare, you now have an opportunity for a quick snipe. So just quickly peek. Please peek on your crewmates too, guys. Seriously, can't say this enough. Even just getting that vision on a crewmate and coming back out and doing this, it can be seen as a double take, or what some people call, I think, a wiggle peek. I don't know how that caught on, but just that opportunity of going like this to show your crewmate that you are paying attention to their whereabouts. They may make it seem like you're being suspicious, but if you wanted that kill and you were the only 2 up here, they're dead anyway. All right, so we're going to come down. We're going to take a look at these, and now you're going to sort by what they are too. So this one has a leaf, this one has a crystal, this one has a bone. This one has a crystal, this one has a leaf, this one has a fish. And you're done. Very quick, very easy. No need to rush things like that. It just overcomplicates what you're seeing and how quickly you want to get away from people. But then that's all the tasks we have up here. The most difficult part of this is getting out alive. There's a vent up here. There's a vent down here. There's a vent down here. Right here. This is one of the most commonly used vents by accident. Okay? So now that we're out of decontam, we're going to have to go through locker room, and we're going to have to accept all the different power diverts that we spent the time doing. Again, very simple. You click, you move. 2 to 3 seconds max, and you're on your way. Okay? Very simple. Click, click, move. And we're going to be able to go all the way back. Now, like I said, you start in Launchpad. You want to make sure you never have to go back to Launchpad multiple times because you are snipe, you are cannon fodder. You just quickly go back, you pick the anomaly, you click, you get the hell out of here. Okay, the faster you can get into vision with other potential crewmates and the faster you can get back to a high volume area such as locker room medbay, the more likely you are to survive any potential fights or any kills, because I guarantee you there's going to be an imposter that's simply just going like this and seeing if there's any movement down there. There is that opportunity, especially with high vision, to just get an easy pick off and nobody's looking for your body. So again, when you do those chats, if a dead body is found, hey, does anybody else have this task to do? Again, an imposter could take that as an easy snipe opportunity, but the chance of raising suspicion is massive. Okay, especially if you two are the only ones that go and one of you dies. Come on, who we putting the suspicion on team? Who we putting the suspicion on? Let's be real. So let's head to the north part of the map. This is going to be where we finish the power diversion, because we already did spend the first part of the time up here. We're going to have a power diversion here and a power diversion outside. This is a high volume area, again, because of comms and because of electrical, and because of how many power diverts go to this direct area. So we're going to come here and we're just going to do the wiring here. Very quick, very easy. No need to, again, put rushes on it. You get it done in 3 to 5 seconds, you're fine. Enough time where you are out in the open enough towards a lot of high volume movement. That is where a lot of miskills happen. And when I say miskill, I mean somebody getting the kill because they think it's an easy kill, but in reality is actually something where there's a high percentage chance that somebody saw it. So may have been a purposeful kill, but purposeful in the wrong way. This is actually one of the more dangerous areas for a diverted power, and the reason for that is people are, if an imposter has that increased vision, they come up here, they do a quick peek, and they see someone's over there. They can go all the way over here, quick pick, easy kill, get out. Right? They can come over here where dummy 5 is, do the flowers, and leave. Hey, weren't you in greenhouse? Yeah, I just did the flowers. Well, you didn't see that body over by the power? What body? Right? Hyper-aware players and more skilled players know that their teammates, their crewmates, their fellow high-skilled teammates are going to be like, you would have checked that. You would have checked that. There's no chance that you wouldn't have done that. And obviously TrainasaurusReks being with the whole no shot, that would have been called out right then and there. So we're going to finish the wiring here. As you can tell by the taskbar. Wow. As you can tell by the taskbar, you're done. All right. Very simple map. The layout is what makes it the most challenging to survive. I've seen this map played probably more often than any other map, just because of its decontamination, allowing for a big time delay and allowing time to separate certain regions of the map from being able to do constant peaks around corners. I do see the other map that we started on being very effective for professional style playing because of the camera room that gives you great kind of holistic views of the different sections of the map to kind of scout more effectively, to create that mentality of, okay, red, yellow, green are in security. We've got cyan and orange going into medbay, and you can create that mental picture of the map where everybody's going. So if somebody does get killed, that person on cameras can kind of paint that picture far more effectively. So now we're going to go to Imposter, and we're going to check out the vent location. So the biggest part about understanding the key kill positions is how to escape them, but also how to escape being picked off in them. So we're going to head back to cafeteria, where the big red button is. And we're going to launch Being an Imposter, where vision in this situation is basically infinite, but in reality is definitely not infinite. So we can go reactor to bring everyone to reactor. We can go office, which is our lights. We can go oxygen, which is located within the greenhouse, or we can kill comms to prevent anything updating, such as the communications table, to determine where everybody's going. That's one component that I did actually forget to mention, so we'll quickly go there. Fascinating. All right, so we will go down there. And we're just going to quickly check out the comms table. So it's a little bit different than the communications table found in Skeld. So when we go here, you can see all of the sensors, and it's all completely based off of movement patterns. So I could paint a picture here based on this time frame of me that I started at the top of the map and I moved southwest. And then I moved southeast, came back southeast, went through southeast again to get to southwest where I came just now. So this is saying I went up from southeast, decided to come back through southeast, and then back through southeast. Because of that movement, that could dictate a vent, right? It could be dictating I vented. This caught me 3 times within southeast sensor, or I ran back, back, back. And now I'm just kind of trolling with the movement, but that can create suspicion to experienced people who are used to reading the communications logs. So again, you want to try and avoid overly complicating movements through the hallways, because as great as it is to be noticed that you are effectively moving around the map and not venting around the map if you're an imposter, sometimes less is better. All right, so let's go through here. Now let's check vent locations. So let's start with med bay, probably one of the most important areas to keep an eye on just because of hard clears and grouping. If we vent into med bay, you can actually vent all the way back into balcony. Balcony allows you to go above cafeteria to the main part of the hallway. The main part of the hallway allows you to go into the admin room. So we're in admin here. Allows you to go into greenhouse, which allows you to go into office. Right? So we're going from office. Office allows you to go into labs. Labs allows you to go into reactor. Launchpad can come from reactor as well. Launchpad can lead to locker room to decontamination. Right? Every vent here is connected. That's a scary thought. When every single vent leads to every single other vent, you can't escape. There is always going to be a room for the imposter to make a dramatic change in location. And the only way to figure that out, like I was just saying, is to check the comms tables and have them say where they are. But again, you have to already be suspicious of that person. For example, this person comes out here, right? Where did you come from last? So if I just came from north, per se, so we're going to say I came from north, right? So I came from north. So I'm right now claiming that I am in greenhouse. How'd you get there? Feel free to explain that to me. You did not cross the southwest sensor a second time when you came down to medbay. You didn't even cross the north sensor from southwest, telling me that you've made your way up there towards greenhouse. So I am really, really curious how the actual hell you got into greenhouse. I'm waiting your explanation. Well, good luck. The whole, I must have missed something? What are you going to say? The sensor didn't pick it up? It's not logical. So the perspective has to be here. Comms play a large role in this when imposters have 100% mobility through ventilation. That's going to be the key determining factor of how to spot out kills. With that said, because imposters know that, because imposters know you know that, this is a dangerous place to be. Locker rooms to reactor? No problem. Right? Come in here. Where'd you come from? I came from cafeteria. No, you didn't. I didn't see you on Southwest. Yes, you did. Right? When you say those things that coincide with the logs, they can say, "Oh, didn't you see that dead body in locker room? What dead body? Do you see a dead body in locker room? I don't see a dead body in locker room. No, I didn't even go through locker room. I went up through cafeteria, down from the hallway, and I came to check in on communications. I did not kill whatever you're talking about because I didn't see any dead bodies, or I would have reported it. Right? Logic. So now you have a story that coincides with the communications. You did actually take the proper pathing, and now you have a very, very solid alibi, assuming nobody spotted any kind of suspicious movements or the kill, for example. All right? So that's this map. Very cool how imposters almost seem to have the upper hand, but it depends on the complexity of their movements and the person's understanding of being able to read the logs. And again, I say his name a lot. It's just because I'm a big fan of his, but Jelly Peanut, very good at going into the logs and being able to piece together somebody's story based on movement patterns that have been observed by the sensors. So very, very cool.